It's Madden NFL 22, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Bengals and the Colts, and it comes your way next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our two quarterbacks in this one, it's really a good matchup when you boil it down.
We do indeed, and something I'm going to be watching for. Who can get off to a fast start? If you can go out, get points on the first drive, preferably a touchdown, you can really set the tone for the game. And I think that both of these quarterbacks are more than capable of doing just that.
Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go on EA Sports. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll have Matt Ryan calling the shots, the former MVP and third overall pick.
And when you start with listing a guy's accomplishments like Matt Ryan's, all these years in the league, near the top of the league in completions and percentage, touchdowns each and every year, has won an MVP, taken his team to the Super Bowl. You're talking about a guy who might be finished, but he still has gas left in the tank. Big right arm, great leader, the face of his franchise.
They go play action with Ryan. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Ryan. Back to the same target, Campbell. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him. 2
plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox.
Here we go. Here we go.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
2nd and 11 now. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Decent run, maybe hoping for a little bit more. It does, though, set up 3rd and manageable.
And every play of this run, if it's blocked perfectly and executed perfectly, it's set up to go for a touchdown, right? But I like the way you described that one. Just get into a 3rd and manageable, nice decision-making, and took care of the football.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Here's Ryan. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
Offense tried to get a little slick there and sneak the back out of the backfield and turn him into the primary deep receiver. But it was good coverage defensively, and they were able to break it up.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And this is caught, and the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. Wow, what a gutsy call. If you're the defense, opening drive, you just got the stop, or at least you think, and then boom, right back on the field for more.
It had the feel of something that they had planned for all week long. Hey, first drive of the game, let's be aggressive, let's go get them. And now defensively, they've got to be writing notes to themselves. In practice, work on fake punts right out of the gate, because that was really unexpected.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle, because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And this time he is in. Yes. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point attempt to come here. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Brandon Wilson to return it. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. And sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Burrow, and the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow, and that'll be incomplete.
Used to have a coach just tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, you know, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. Back deep for the Colts, Nyheim Hines. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive #1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Ryan. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley-Cox. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Pierce. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a give to Taylor. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Here's Ryan to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep, Trent Taylor. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now it's Burrow. He's going to air one out. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, 44 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And you get a look at the final readout on air distance, according to Next Gen Stats.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now it's Ryan. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sam Hubbard, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Ryan. Campbell making the catch. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense. On 3rd down, Ryan. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Come on, ready?
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports halftime report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Cincinnati. And there's not much to speak of in terms of passing efficiency. But in a tie game, they know a few tweaks could make a big difference going forward. Meanwhile, for the Colts, we get a look at their numbers on the ground in that first half, as they'll be looking to rev things up here in a tie ball game.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. And the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball, how much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Mixon. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Now Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it'll be 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down. But the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
That's an excellent stop right there here in this tie game. They're doing their best to hold the fort and at least force a field goal attempt.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now it's Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Here's McPherson now to send it away. Here's Rodgers to return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on
On first down, it's Taylor. Room here to run. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
67 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Taylor. Broken tackle. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. On 2nd and 2, Ryan.
Out of his hands quickly to Pittman.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now Ryan on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And the Colts are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal.
Taylor will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT.
And that makes it 14-10. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. The return man, Wilson. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll drop to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And some space here. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there on the catch and run. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Beautiful throw right there on 3rd down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points, but a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now with a 1st and goal at the 1.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And the red zone precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a Bengals score.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So Matt Ryan of the offense, down by a field goal, 1:53 remaining. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. Pass complete to Hines.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. Ryan to throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
This defense so strong all afternoon long. Well executed again there.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places to throw the football.
Throwing now is Ryan. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down.
Finding Pittman.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw, got the 1st down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. Now Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there for Indy. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Ryan.
Throw left side, taken in by Pittman.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, You've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
(17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Now it's Wilson. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Jamar Chase, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Here we go. Right 80.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2nd and 4. A handoff to Mixon. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Now Burrow on first down. And that is incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's going to frustrate the coaching staff a little bit as they dialed up the deep shot, but they weren't on the same page on that play. Heck, I don't think they were in the same book. I think he thought he was going to do something else, ends up throwing it over the sidelines. Well incomplete.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Burrow will throw. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. Defensively now, the ultimate challenge. Of course, the ball gets in the end zone. This thing's over.
And I remember my coaches always talked about in goal line situations, and now you're in overtime where they have to keep them to 3 points. Otherwise, this thing is done. Win your individual battle within the framework of the team defense. Beat that guy across from you and make a play. I expect them to attack on defense and not sit back.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's it, baby.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Now it's Burrow.
Now Burrow loses the football.
Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline. There's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it. Field goal time.
So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson.
This to at least get him a lead here in overtime.
McPherson's kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
So it's the Colts who are going to get a chance to win it here first as we're back underway in overtime.
Rodgers on the return.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
And the Colts coming out now. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
First throw in overtime now for Ryan. Campbell making the catch. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. So a little chunk there on first as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get first downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
Now Ryan. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Finding some room at midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. That ball caught by Campbell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. And now we've got a review here. All challenges in overtime, of course, initiated by the replay official here in the stadium. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. A good position to be in here, second and inches. Ryan. This is caught and out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Ryan will throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. A great game partner, spectacular finish. They needed at least a field goal to keep the game alive. They do one better. They get it in the end zone and end it.
And I don't know about you, but I'm worn out. That type of a game takes it all out of us as well, not just the guys on the field. What a tremendous finish, and as you noted, were they going to go and try and get 3 and keep the game going? And that wasn't good enough for them. They got the touchdown, and that's why we're able to say goodbye.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.